What's up guys, Wyland1 here, and today we are taking a look at the Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. Doctor Strange, yeah, and we have a lot of Doctor Strange figures to take a look at also and compare with. It's gonna be madness, let's go. Alright, so here is Doctor Strange out of the box. Now he does come with a couple of accessories. He does have these magic effects that are attached to the hand right here, which is that, something new to me. I'm used to the old style with the wrist effects, but this is still pretty cool. You don't have to lose these and have a hard time putting them on the hand, which is nice. He also comes with a couple of hands for casting spells, which are really nice, which are great. And of course he comes with his cape. It kind of just sits on him like this. And there you go. There is no peg. There's nothing. It just sits on him like that. So I guess you have to be kind of careful. It does stay on pretty nicely though. Like it's perfectly fitted on for him, pretty much. One thing I did want to point out is that when I was trying to pose this guy for pictures, the more I brought out his arms, the more that the cape started to fall off and not stay on that well. It's more like this cape was meant for his arms to be down. Who knows how much his cape will be on in the movie. This figure seems like it's meant to have no cape, to be honest. This is my previous Doctor Strange figure that I've had in my collection, and man, this is a big upgrade, I have to admit. I do like the look of him way more compared to this one right here. He is a little bit different looking, I guess you could say, when it comes to quality and precision of the face sculpt and stuff like that. But yeah, we'll get into that more later, and let's take a look at him. I also want to point out the cape is actually very light and kind of flexible, which is nice as well. Alright, so here is Doctor Strange up close and personal, and that is a fantastic head sculpt. Man, very nice. It's kind of drawn out a little bit, but he looks pretty good overall. Definitely great scanning of his face right there, and I like the little bit touch of white hair on the sides. It could have been done a little bit better, to be honest. A little bit closer, you can see, it looks good from far away. Up close, it looks kind of sloppy, but it gets a job done overall. But yeah, just the face sculpt is just fantastic looking. Very nice. Going down to the rest of the body, I believe that's the Time Stone? I could be wrong, right? He shouldn't have it anymore though, but I guess, I don't know. I haven't watched the movie yet, so I don't know yet. But going down to the rest of the body, he does seem to have a newer outfit right here. Very nice. Going down, everything looks pretty good. It's a nice upgrade from having something of the same all the time, which is nice. Just a very clean looking figure. Now if you want to switch out the hands, it's pretty simple. You just pop off the other hand and you get the right set of hands and you stick them in. What I did notice is that these figures are a lot more sturdy and they feel a lot better, to be honest. A lot more firm, if anything. I don't know if people might not like that. Maybe it's too firm, that it might encounter figures that break easier. I don't know, but overall, very cool. This cape thing is kind of crazy. I can't believe there's no peg behind there. And before we move to size comparison, let's take a look at him with the older cape right here. Let's see if I can fit his head. There you go. Not that bad. Doesn't look that horrible. Looks pretty good, right? Let me zoom in a little bit more. Actually, the color scheme looks a lot nicer. Like the reds are a lot different on this one. This is more vibrant, a little darker, but it actually does fit him pretty good. So if you want to use an older cape, you can do that. I don't know if it'll stay on a little bit. It might stay on a little bit better as well. So you do have a free hand right there. The only problem I didn't like about this cape was this part right here droops down. So it kind of hinders this arm right here. But for posing purposes, this is not that bad. Size comparison time. So here he is with the original older Doctor Strange figure. Here is the What If Doctor Strange figure, which I love so much. Great storyline as well. But yeah, this is a more CGI look, but it kind of could pass. This one, I mean, you can tell the different head sculpts are just ridiculous. The outfit, I love the outfit. I actually love the body structure also. The articulation is different compared to this one. This has a more older body structure with the really baggy clothes. This is a more leaner and nicer looking in my opinion. And here's just a close-up between these two right here. It's just like night and day. Man, it's amazing how good of a head sculpt they do now. I'm pretty sure they did just scan their heads now. It's a lot easier, but he looks fantastic. And like I said before, the body sculpt's a lot different. It has more of a baggy look. Obviously because it's from the first movie, so I can understand the difference in how they look. But yeah, just even the way that Hasbro makes his figures now, it's a lot different. I mean, don't get me wrong, this is still a nice figure. It has great detail of all the baggy clothes. But yeah, the head sculpt is definitely something to marvel at. Oh yeah, so if you actually want to swap the heads, this is how they would look like. Neck is a little bit long, but it's pretty passable. The head in this one kind of stays on a little bit, but I think the peg hole is a little bit too big for this head though. But overall, you could mix and match it if you want to change up the look. Now next up right here, we have the Sorcerer Supreme right here, and we have Doctor Strange. Like I said, this is a more CGI look, but he's so drawn out and like evil looking that I guess you could kind of pass. I don't know. But it's the Multiverse of Madness, so anything could go, right? Pretty much. We got zombies, I think, so who cares? But yeah, you can tell this is where they kind of changed up the body mold a little bit more, but we'll get into articulation with this one. For articulation, it has a ball joint ahead. It goes all the way up, which is nice. Goes down just a little bit, which is not bad, side to side, pivots and stuff like that, which is great. Hinge shoulder joints right here on a peg, so they go about that far out, which is okay. Goes in, goes up, but you have to realize that this little flap right here is pretty hard, so you're gonna have to angle it out a little bit, which is not horrible. Bicep swivel, 2 joints at the elbow, which are pinless, which is great, and at the wrist, it has a hinge joint and a peg, which is pretty standard. Now this is different actually, so this one actually has a ab joint, which is just a normal crunch, right? And has a humongous range right there. It looks kind of awkward sometimes, so be aware how you use it. Normal ones in the past are just a ball joint, so it's interesting how they change it up for this one. Going to the rest of the body, he actually does have a waist swivel, which is interesting because you see this whole under body right here, this whole part, this flap. You would think it's part of the belt, but it's not, because when he turns his waist, it's not connected at all. So I actually found that pretty interesting. But other than that, he does have T-jointed hips down there. Not that badly hindered, but I guess it is. I would like to probably cut just a little bit more higher to get some more articulation out of it. But he has a thigh swivel, of course, 2 joints at the knee. And at the ankle right here, he does have a hinge joint, which is nice, and a pivot. Alright, so what do you guys think about this new figure? I actually think it's pretty nice. It looks very clean. I love the vibrant colors of the cape, matching and contrasting with the blue on his body. I think it's a pretty good look. It doesn't look bad with the older cape though, I do admit that, but the vibrant red of this cape just looks really nice and pops. I do not like the fact that there's no peg hole that goes into the back of the cape. Like this one is also really light, but at least has a peg hole that goes back there to kind of secure it in. So that's pretty nice, but yeah, I guess you could work on it. Try your best. It's a great looking figure. I think this is probably my favorite Doctor Strange figure at the price point. I mean, compared to even like SH Figure Arts or even going to Mezco. This is a great figure for only 20 bucks and Hasbro did a great job on it. I think he's definitely a keeper for your collection to upgrade to a nicer Doctor Strange. I do find it interesting that he does have the time stone, it looks like right there. But like if you look at it, so what's kind of interesting is that it's just lying there, as you can see. So there's no string to it, there's nothing like that. I don't know. I mean, I do like the fact because I actually lost my other one that came with my other figure. I just don't know where it is. But yeah, gonna make the movie very interesting if he does once again have the time stone. So we'll see how that looks. So that's about it, guys. Thank you for watching. Like always, comment, criticize, subscribe, do whatever you want to pay attention. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Like the video, give it a thumbs up. Peace.